aren't any women that can challenge her at this point. But worldwide, there are many.
She is used to going out as she takes the lead right now and running virtually time trials in race after race. Some runners can't do it. Many of you out there listening and watching may remember Ron Delaney. He didn't care what he ran as long as he won. He couldn't run against the clock. Mary Decker Tab Ken, listen to the rhythmic applause that you'll hear from the audio in the background as this crowd gets behind and these fans begin to interact in that spiritual and physical communion that is a major track meet here in Eugene, Oregon, in this case the Prefontaine Classic. Look at the margin she has opened up in less than one lap on her peers.
The thing about Mary that she has to contend with now is she has to force a hard pace to get a good effort because she knows that when she gets to Europe, she's going to have to contend with the Soviets, the Eastern Europeans.
Little flash of the events going on that's similar to what you have to do at an indoor track meet. You have to do it here at Oregon at the Prefontaine Classic, namely take in many different little venues of the sport at the same time. Look at the distance. She has about a 55-yard lead after just the first lap. She is also going to have to contend with a fairly strong wind for about 140 yards of each lap on that back stretch. The wind at the moment is at her back. It will kind of gently boost her along down this home stretch. Beautiful movement, rhythmic runner. Look at the form. Graceful. She reminds me of a female Jim Ryan. He was noted for his grace and beauty. She is too. Look at the high heel kick, reminiscent of really the great 800-meter runners of the day. And this woman had a start in track and field at the shorter distances such as 800 meters. She ran 1:58. She ducked under 2 minutes last year, was America's best 800-meter runner. We're back now live. The key to her success is her speed and the fact that in almost no case does she ever train daily and does she run slower than 6 minutes per mile even in her 10-mile runs. She has amazing ability. She is our hope in Los Angeles. Not to put weight on her shoulders, but that, folks, is the truth. Look at the rest of the pack as they struggle on their own way and their own personal efforts to establish PRs. Her time for the first lap, 65 seconds, a 4-minute, 20-second mile. That is too fast. She can't maintain that pace.
She can't, but that's Mary's way. She goes out fast. She doesn't want to hang back, and she wants to go out and really go for it right from the start.
She has to average to face, and I would say have a chance for a medal in Los Angeles, about a 4-minute, 28-second mile pace for almost 2 full miles. I mean, we hear about women being the weaker sex. Imagine running.
Francie LaRue Smith, who is in this field, former American record holder at 3,000 meters, was talking a couple of days ago about how she isn't afraid of Mary, but it's frustrating to run against Mary because from the gun, there's no way to keep with her at this point in Francie's training. And I think it's something that most of the competitors in the women's field feel.
Tom, we talked about how she goes out and has to force herself and push in order to prepare for the upcoming European season and her head-to-head confrontation she'll have against the Russians in the World Championships in Helsinki, Finland, the second week in August. Here's the split she has run so far: 65 seconds for the first lap, then 68, then 70 and 72. The stress shows the pace that she set is going to be difficult. With the Gatorade on his back and a good advertisement, former Australian, two-time Olympian, and now a resident of the United States, Peter Farmer. Last year in Europe for a while to improve his technique. We're back here with just a few laps to go in the 3,000-meter run. Look at Decker sneak a peek over to see how big her lead is.
She's got a lap and a straightaway to go.
Lynn Williams, running a very intelligent, evenly paced race, has actually closed the gap a little bit on Mary. She probably is 7 seconds astern right now.
Mary coming up on the bell lap. Williams is running a very intelligent race.
Cindy Bremser running in third place. Maggie Kai's in fourth. Mary Decker all alone as she is here in our country. It's amazing to have the margin that she does so consistently, but she has been a superior, world-class runner since she was 14 years of age. Really an amazing performance for one so young. She has carried this ability and can continue to train here in the area of greatest emotional and physical support for the athlete, Eugene, Oregon. It's Decker, Lynn Williams from Canada, and Cindy Bremser running for Wisconsin United, a nurse who's getting her master's degree up in Wisconsin in 3rd place. Maggie Kai is a graduate of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, is in 4th.
Mary having a hard row to hoe with that wind in her face, coming into the final home stretch.
She's just passed her American record time now, still has a straightaway to go. That wind in the early pace, I think, took its toll, Tom. It's going to be Mary Decker, the 25-year-old to be beauty, 5'6", 112 pounds.